What's up, Autobuyers? AG Puyat here with another test review. What I have here is a Coke. Let's take a sip. Now, the original Coke bottle has been little changed since the 1950s. And why is that? It's because this product sells. And like the vehicle we have here, the Audi Q5, it happens to be the German brand's best-selling automobile. Now, launched last year, the second generation vehicle here is little changed from its predecessor. And why is that? Well, Audi didn't want to mess with the winning formula. But we're here today to review it and see if it can remain the top-selling vehicle from Audi's range. Let's ride. Okay, this is the Audi Q5 2.0 TFSI by the numbers. Okay, auto buyers, we're here with the new Audi Q5. Now, it's all new for this year. It was launched late last year, and this vehicle is underpinned by the Volkswagen Audi MQB platform, which also underpins other cars like the Audi A4, the Audi Q7, and locally the Q5 is available with either a 2-liter turbo gas or a 2-liter turbo diesel, and both are 4-cylinder power plants. Now, the Audi Q5 has grown in dimensions, which really benefits the occupants. You feel it inside. It's more spacious, it's more comfortable. And this model we have here is the mid-level variant. It comes with the 2-liter turbo diesel gas. It comes standard with Quattro all-wheel drive. It also has the 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and also comes standard with 19-inch rims. Okay, so now let's go to what we like about the Audi Q5. Well, first thing you gotta admire is the drivetrain. This car is equipped with the 2-liter gas, which is turbocharged, and at first glance it might seem like a modest choice for a vehicle that weighs 4,400 pounds or thereabouts. But it packs 252 horsepower and about 273 pound-feet of torque. And when you get to unleash what this engine has, it packs a mighty wallop. On the highway, when you let all 252 horses go, it feels like the Q5 will run out of road first before it'll run out of steam. You know, it really pulls it, and at high speed, it's very stable, and really it's no problem overtaking slower cars. Now, Audi quotes it at about doing this 0 to 100 kilometer per hour run at 7.9 seconds. But once you really accelerate the Q5, it feels like it can do that sprint, you know, a little quicker. So maybe they're downplaying their times. The transmission is very seamless. It performs upshifts very quickly. And if you're just puttering around town, if you're driving slow, then the transmission will also adjust for a more fuel efficient setting, which you know, shows you that it's a flexible system altogether. Okay, so the next thing we like with the Q5 is that it's tech loaded. Ingolstadt went mad scientist with the Q5 and thrown in a lot of tech toys. Let's start with Audi's virtual cockpit system. You can view it here in the dash counter with the 12-inch digital screen. And what it does is it can minimize and maximize the speedometer, the tachometer. It can show you various functions of the car. And it can also expand the navigation map for easier browsing. Now another neat feature is the voice commands that are built into the infotainment system. Check this out. I'm hungry.
I'm looking for a restaurant in the immediate vicinity. Please say the line number.
So by just saying that voice prompt, the system will automatically look for the nearest restaurant, which is very convenient. Okay, so another neat feature of the Audi Q5 are the drive select settings that come built in with it. So by pressing on these buttons and scrolling with this knob, you can select various pre-programmed settings like comfort, dynamic, or off-road. And what the system does is it's got adjustable dampers, so you feel the suspension tensing up, and it also relays with the engine and transmission. So like if you're on dynamic mode, the revs go higher and then the shifting is delayed. And when you're in off-road, the dampers tense up. And this feature just really makes the driving experience more flexible and more suited to what the driver is actually doing. Speaking of entertainment, this model is also equipped with the excellent Bang & Olufsen speaker system. And hey, it's really banging, you know. You hear the sound reproduction, it's very rich. You got controls for the bass, and you know, it's a very worthy upgrade to have. Alright, so the third thing that we like with the Audi Q5 is that it's a supreme long distance tour. What do I mean by that? This is a car that you can get in, pile the miles on, and you will arrive at your destination unfatigued. Why is that? It's because the cabin is built so well, you know. Build quality is top notch. All the instruments are within easy reach. Ergonomics are also good. Pair that with the high driving position. You can see a lot. You know, you can plan your overtaking maneuvers. If you take this car on a long road trip, you know, all these things, they add up. They add up with the creature comforts, and it's what makes the Q5 a very good choice for, you know, long road trips, for, you know, if you're gonna take your family on a vacation. It's one car that, you know, it should be on top of mind because yeah, it's really a joy to drive. Okay, so one thing that isn't so cool about the Q5 is the lack of steering engagement. The new electromechanical steering system may be more efficient, but on the other hand, it feels too light, and it doesn't give a lot of feedback to the driver. So if you're driving on the highway, or if you want to do some sporty driving, the system doesn't communicate very well with the driver. And I understand how some people like the light feel of the steering wheel, of the steering, because you know, it makes driving easier. But it does take away from the connectedness of man and machine. And if you're, you know, want to enjoy spirited driving, then this new steering system does take away from that. Okay, another thing that we wish the Audi Q5 had was a touchscreen. Now, you might say we're nitpicking here because it's such an excellent system, this MMI. But for an upscale model like the Q5, I mean, Audi should have thrown in a touchscreen rather than relegating the user to using the rotary knob here, because you know, you can find other cars of lesser makes and they already have a standard touchscreen. So yeah, I believe that maybe Audi should have given the Q5 a touchscreen as standard. One thing we're not too hot on about the Audi Q5 is the overall styling. So they redesigned the single frame grille, which looks more aggressive. There are more creases here on the hood. And it's got some, well, interesting character lines going by the side of the car. But when you park the Q5 beside its competitors like the handsome Jaguar F-Pace, the muscular BMW X3, or the posh Mercedes GLC, it kind of looks a bit too vanilla, you know, a little plain, if you may. Okay, now it's time for Autobuyers Pro Tip. Those looking for extra cargo capacity to haul their adventure gear have a few options. Audi has what they call Audi Genuine Accessories, and they have a few options for buyers to store some racks mounted on the roof. One is a closed storage device that it's aerodynamic, and you can close it so that your things remain protected from the weather, and it provides about 10.5 cubic feet of extra cargo hauling. There's also the fork-mounted bike rack, which the benefit of this is that compared to the bike racks that are mounted on the rear door, the roof-mounted rack allows you to open the lift gate or the rear door, unlike that other kind of bike rack. But the downside with this is you have to remove the front wheel when you mount the bike. So this might require extra work on your part when you're mounting your bike. Okay, so the Audi Q5 is a pleasing all-arounder that is comfortable as it is practical. And with a powerful, not to mention frugal, turbocharged gas engine, we believe it has the arsenal to keep it top dog in the sales department. So there you have it, Auto Buyers Nation, the Audi Q5. Thanks for watching our review. Do follow us on Facebook and also catch us on Instagram, Auto Buyers Philippines. Visit us on our website. And also check us out in YouTube. Leave your comments and let us know what other cars you want us to review. Thank you, and I'll catch you next time.